One Piece Chapter 1126 is just around the corner, and fans absolutely cannot wait to see the story continue in an even more exciting direction, especially after the events of the previous chapter stunned them beyond belief. The previous chapter of One Piece saw a major death coming when, against all odds, Saint J. Garcia Saturn met his end. At the same time, fans also got to see Saint Garling Figarland rising to the position of 5 elders and, along with that, the Revolutionary Army preparing for their next move. Of course, all these plot points are going to be incredibly important, and some might even continue into One Piece Chapter 1126, which is exactly what fans are eagerly waiting for at this point. The Gods Knights members finally revealed One Piece Chapter 1126 will most likely continue the incredibly important plot point of Marowar being under siege. Fans know that the Revolutionary Army drew first blood when they attacked the Holy Land of Marowar and there, destroyed the granaries that they had. With the destruction of their food resource, Marowar did not have anything to eat. Normally, they would simply get food shipped from the rest of the world. However, the army has already seen to it that this problem is taken care of as well. They set up in a way where all the incoming food is destroyed along the way, and no ship is actually allowed to go through. Essentially, all the shipping lanes to the Holy Land of Marowar have been blocked by the Revolutionary Army commanders, meaning the people in Marioa are actually going to starve. This also means that Dragon essentially wants to get the commanders of the Celestial Dragons down from the Holy Land of Marowar, which is essential if he is to destroy the current order of the Celestial Dragons. Fans know that the Gods Knights, an elite unit within the ranks of the Celestial Dragons, are going to be descending and making their move soon, and this chapter could potentially build towards that. Right now, fans do not know any members of the Gods Knights. The only one they did know was Saint Garling Figarland, who was the supreme commander of this group. However, now, Saint Garling Figarland has been promoted to the position of Godhead of Science and Defense. He may no longer hold the position of Supreme Commander of the Gods Knights, which essentially means that things are going to be incredibly different moving forward. Fans will have to see the new order of the Gods Knights, and hopefully, One Piece Chapter 1126 will reveal it to them. The upcoming One Piece Chapter 1126 could showcase all the members of the Gods Knights one by one, as they prepare to descend from the Holy Land of Marioa and engage the Revolutionary Army in combat. This is something that fans are eagerly waiting for, especially because Shanks' sibling could potentially be a member of the Gods Knights, possibly being their new commander following the ascension of Saint Garling to the ranks of the 5 elders. Dragon and the army prepare for war. Monkey D. Dragon can't afford to sit idle any longer. One Piece Chapter 1126 is most definitely going to focus on Dragon as well. Fans have desperately been waiting for Dragon to make a move, and it is time for him to do just that. Dragon is an incredibly powerful fighter, but he's also a very calculating figure. He only moves when the time is right, which is why fans had to wait all these years for Dragon to actually do something. Now, Dragon believes the time is right to strike, and he has already struck the world government once. Now he awaits their arrival on the Blue Sea, where he intends to take them down in combat once and for all. In the previous chapter, Dragon made it clear that he cannot wait for the war any longer, and the sooner it finishes, the better. This is because if Dragon waits, then the sinking of the world could potentially happen, and if that is the case, then people will fight among themselves in order to secure a safe haven. That is going to be catastrophic for not just Dragon, but the entire world in general, which is precisely why he wants to end this war before it comes to that. One Piece Chapter 1126 will most likely showcase Dragon building up his forces and preparing to go to war. If this happens simultaneously with the Gods Knights preparing to descend, then fans know that they will have a major war at their hands, and this war is going to be the trigger to the upcoming Great War, which will shake the entire world in more ways than one. Hopefully, One Piece Chapter 1126 will deliver upon these exciting plot points, as this is the perfect time for it, given that the Straw Hats have not reached Elbaf yet, and Oda can potentially focus on events building over all across the One Piece world. The Straw Hat Pirates edge closer to the land of the giants. One Piece Chapter 1126 could also see the story being taken to Elbaf. Fans know that the Warland is next, as far as the next adventure arcs in One Piece goes, and it is time for the Straw Hats to step foot there. Of course, Oda might prolong the time it takes for the Straw Hats to step foot on Elbaf, but, at the same time, he cannot delay it for too long. This is simply because Elbaf is way too close to Egghead, as was confirmed by Oda in the previous arc of the story. Given the short distance from Egghead to Elbaf, fans will likely see Luffy reach the island very soon. If that truly does happen, then, fans could potentially see the mystery man waiting on the shores of Elbaf, and hopefully, it will be a very intriguing character who adds a lot of excitement to the story. Fans have desperately been waiting for Elbaf to begin for ages, and One Piece Chapter 1126 could see it happen. This would also make sense, especially because Oda wants his story to conclude soon, and the sooner he starts Elbaf, the better, given that it is going to be a major arc. Fans can only hope that One Piece Chapter 1126 gives them a proper highlight of the upcoming major war, and that it lives up to all expectations and goes beyond them, just as the previous chapter did. Thankfully, there is no break in the upcoming week, and most likely, One Piece will continue without interruptions beyond that as well. It is time for some of the biggest moments in One Piece to finally take place, and fans are waiting